So today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm actually going to be getting ready for my boyfriend's birthday. I figured I would sit down and just film because I'm not exactly sure when I'm seeing him, but I feel like that's always what happens every time I sit down and film these videos, but I figured I would because I have a lot of time on my hands right now. It's like 2:45 right now, but I did want to go out to Target and get some stuff before I see him. I actually didn't go out and get stuff that I need yesterday because I was just so tired, and I know I do sound a bit nasally and sick, but I don't really think I am sick, so I'm just going to prime my eyes while I'm talking. So I actually do sound a lot worse than I feel. I basically only feel shitty because I barely slept last night. Like, it was bad. I really tried to not take the Unisym last night because you're really not supposed to take it every night. And I've been taking it pretty much every other night. But I'll end up taking it like really late at night because I just won't be able to fall asleep, and I really just don't want to do that. It says you can take it for 7 days, like within 1 week, and then you're not really supposed to take it after that. So I think it's been about a week. So I really didn't want to take it again, so I tried to just fall asleep naturally, and I don't think I got more than like 20 minutes of sleep. It was really bad. So I think I'm going to go to Target today and I'm going to go pick up melatonin because at least with melatonin, I don't have to worry about taking it every day. It's not something that you can become dependent on. It's a natural ingredient. So I think I'm just going to go get that because I always found that that would help me the most because I feel like I'm kind of getting resistant towards the Unisym. It's just not good. Like, I felt like shit this morning, and I really need to just get some sleep because I'm on my spring break, and it shouldn't be this hard for me to get sleep. Like, I should be able to catch up on sleep, not being in school right now. I did sleep the day before, but I didn't fall asleep until like 4:30 in the morning because I was ridiculously exhausted, and I did take the Unisym like right before I went to sleep so I could fall asleep, and have enough time for it to get into my system. It took about 3 hours for it to kick in, but then I finally just passed out at like 4:30 in the morning, and I think I woke up at like 10 or 10:30, so, but then I tried to fall asleep naturally last night, and it just didn't happen, so, I'm really hoping that the melatonin will help. Usually it does when I pick it up. Every time I get it, it usually helps a lot. So now for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona Gold Palette. I haven't really used this in a Get Ready With Me since I got it. So I was like, I really need to use this on camera again because I was checking like my other past Get Ready With Me's and I was like, I haven't really used it too much on camera. So I wanted to use it today, and plus I just really wanted to dip into it today. This was the palette that I wanted to use the last time that his parents were supposed to take us out, but we ended up not going. Just because, like, we usually just end up wanting to chill most of the time. So for this palette, I'm not going to go into a transition shade because this palette doesn't really need one. So I'm just going to dip into the first matte because these shades go on really beautifully. The Natasha Denona mattes are really pretty. So I'm just going to take that and put that in my crease. So yeah, I'm going to go to Target and I'm going to get melatonin and I'm going to get him a birthday card. Because I wasn't going to get him one originally, but he always is like, how come you didn't get me one? Like, every time there's like a special occasion, like Valentine's Day, our birthdays, Christmas, so our anniversaries. I'm like, okay. So it's like kind of a tradition for us to at least get cards for each other. Because we don't really do gifts anymore for our birthdays because basically our gift for each other is taking each other out for dinner. And that's basically what we've been doing as we've been getting older. And we really just get Christmas presents for each other. And we usually get some really nice gifts for each other. So I just told him we really don't need to spend so much money on presents anymore. It's just like not practical. And I never really want too much for myself. Like, I buy a lot of stuff that I want for myself, and I don't really, like, expect him to get it for me. Just because I'm one of those people that, like, wants to be self-sufficient and just, like, wants to get it instantly. Like, I'm very instant gratification for things. But, you know, he's gotten me stuff that I've really wanted, and we just decided that we didn't want to spend as much money on each other because we have spent a lot of money on each other on gifts. So, as we get older, we pretty much just take each other out to dinner. So, I'm sorry, I'm just working that shade in my crease. And again, I sound a lot worse than I actually feel. Like, my throat isn't that bad right now. I've just been trying to drink a lot of water. I drank a shit ton of water yesterday, and I just started drinking water like an hour ago today. I did chug like a whole thing of coffee because I needed it. So I was freaking dying this morning, and then I took some Advil with some water before I had the coffee, so that did help me quite a bit. But I still feel like shit. Now I'm going to dip into like the mustardy shade, and I'm going to take that and put that one in my crease just to make it a bit more yellowy. It's kind of a very like pukey kind of color. It's kind of similar to like Jaclyn Hill's Pukey in her Morphe palette, which I don't own, and I never will get that palette. But I do remember that shade is called Pukey, and it really is a perfect name for like these mustardy yellow shades because they really do look like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna buff that in my crease. So I've been using like the Milani palette so much, and I just wanted to go back to like one of my other newer palettes and use it because, I mean, I have tested out all the shades in this palette, but when I use this palette, always like 100% of the time I'm going into the yellow gold shade that's in the center of the palette because that's my favorite shade. It's so beautiful. But I kind of wanted to use a couple of different shimmer shades. That's how you can tell how tired I am. Okay, so the two shades I went into were Aria, which was the one I used first, if you could see the palette. I went into that shade first, and then I went into this one, which is literally called Dijon, like Dijon mustard. So now I'm going to go into this shade here, and that one is called Teak. And I'm going to buff that in my crease as my defining shade. And these Natasha Denona shades are so pigmented. I honestly think that these mattes are so much better than the ones that are in the smaller palettes. I mean, they're not like that difficult to use, but I was so curious to try out this palette that I decided to get it. And I'm not disappointed in it, and I do really like it a lot. If I would have used the Sephora gift card that I got with my points, I probably would have gotten this palette. But since I had already had it, I really wanted to get a perfume. And I have been enjoying my perfume like so much that I got. Because I was like, that would be a lot smarter purchase for me to purchase a perfume that I really want rather than makeup, because the item or items that you end up getting, you can't return using that point perk. They're not returnable. Like, it's a one-time use thing. Which makes sense. I mean, like, you know, they're giving it to you because you spend a lot of money. And 2,500 points isn't that hard to get to. But I don't really spend too much money at Sephora anymore. Now I'm going to take this shade here, and that shade is called Log, and I'm going to put that in my outer corners. I pretty much use this one every single time I use this palette for my outer corners. But yeah, basically I got up to 2,500 points, not really spending too much. I think I only spent 1,000 points worth, and the rest were all from bonus points. I got the 500 points for bonus points when I moved up to VIB. And then I got the 750 bonus points when I moved up to Rouge, so that's like 1,200 points right there. Or like, yeah, like 1,250 points. So that's already like halfway to 2,500. And then I got 500 bonus points from complaining about the order to Chip that she hadn't received it. So that was another 1,700. So that was up to 1,700 points. So I pretty much only spent like 800 points worth. So I was like, damn, like that was so easy. Like, so I basically just hoarded another 800 points, and then I ended up being able to get the gift card. But yeah, I really don't like how Sephora like hides the points from you. Like they don't hide it, but like they don't just automatically give you the bonus points when you move up to um the next level, which they should, because you do earn that yourself by spending the money. Like you shouldn't have to add them to your cart and have them add them and like add them yourself. Like it took me like 3 months to notice that I had like Rouge points that I didn't use yet or didn't get because I didn't see them in the rewards section. And I was like, what the heck? I'm sitting on 750 points that I don't have. So I was like, I think that'll get me the gift card. So yeah, I added them to my cart like Sunday night, and then I saw the gift card available like Tuesday afternoon, and I was snatched it up in like 2 seconds. And then it was gone by like the nighttime. Because I know people snatch that one up really quickly. I mean, hello, it's $100. So I got the Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet perfume, and I've been in love with this lately. This is the only perfume I've been using every day. I used a full sample of it up before, and I did test out quite a few other perfumes when I was there, and the only one I really loved was the Miss Dior. And I was thinking about getting a, I'm just going to prime with my glitter primer while I'm talking. I was thinking about getting a Marc Jacobs one again, but I've tried out so many Marc Jacobs perfumes that I was like, I kind of miss having a Dior one, because I've only ever had one full-size Dior, and that was the J'adore. So I ended up paying $2 for that one because I used the $100 gift card, and then I think it was like $102 with tax. So I paid $2. So it was really, really satisfying. And it was definitely a better purchase than me like purchasing new makeup that I wasn't sure if I was going to love or not, and that I couldn't return if I didn't love it. So, yeah. Okay. I always end up putting the primer like all over my lid. Okay, so my boyfriend answered me again. Give me one sec. Okay, so now for my lid shade, I'm going to go in with a couple of different ones. I'm going to use one of the like shimmer shades, and then I'm going to use one of the toppers, because some of these shades in here are just regular lid shades, and then some of them are supposed to be used as like toppers for the lid shade that you go in with. So for my lid shade, I'm going to use this color right here, and that one is called Aurum. And then I'm going to top it off with this shade called Alchemist, because usually I always go in with this one, and that's one of my all-time favorite gold shades. That one is called Oro, but I really want to use some of the other shades today, and I didn't really want to use a super yellow gold for this look, so I'm going to go in with that Aurum shade on my lid first. I don't know if he's talking to his mom now, because I asked him, did you talk to your mom? And he said no. And I was like, okay, well, what would you like to do? That's why I started getting ready now. I'll probably go over there around like, I don't know. I just want to make sure I'm ready soon. I'm already hungry again. I usually have a snack around this time. I probably should eat something before I leave, because I'm not going to eat again until dinner. I might pick up a snack at Target too, though, like a bag of chips or something. Oh, it's so pretty. These lid shades are so pretty. I mean, I don't love Natasha Denona as a person, and I'm glad that I got this palette for like 30 bucks. I would never, ever pay $100 for an eyeshadow palette. The most I'll pay for an eyeshadow palette is $60. And I really hate even paying $60. Like, the most I'll pay is $50 for any product. But the one eyeshadow palette that I knew was going to be 100% worth it for me to buy at $60 was the Venus XL palette by Latin Crime. That was probably the most expensive palette that I purchased myself. Chip got me the Huda one, and I think that one's so overpriced, but at least you get 16 shadows in that palette. This one you get 15 and it's $129. Like, girl, why are you charging that much? Like, I wouldn't pay more than 60 bucks for this palette. Okay, so now I have that on. I don't know if I should put on more glitter primer, but I'm just going to go in with that topper shade first by itself and see if I need glitter primer, but I don't know if I'm really going to need any. That actually looks really pretty. So I'm just going to go over it lightly with this shade, and I think I really like that. Yeah. I like swatched these on my hand last night to like make sure which shade I wanted to use. I'm like so picky with eyeshadow. And I like always I always plan out which palette I'm going to use like 2 days in advance. Like, I'm so crazy. But I have so many palettes and I have to show love to all of them. Okay, yeah, I really like that. Just want to make sure it's on. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I was going to use, I was thinking about using ColourPop single shadows today, and I was just going to use like a Stila glitter today, like the Fairy Tale one. I really wanted to use the Glitter and Glow in Fairy Tale because I have to use that one more. Now I'm just going to pop on Hear Me Out by ColourPop on my brow bones, since the Natasha Denona doesn't have a brow bone highlight. Sorry, I just need more water. I mean, maybe he's talking to his mom now. I really have no clue. But his mom hit me up last night at like 9:30 at night. And I was just like, okay. But like, I feel bad like for asking, like, are you gonna take us out to dinner? You know, like, I feel like that's in bad taste. So I always like wait for her to see if she's gonna talk to me about it. But I was just gonna plan on taking him out myself. I'm trying to hit pan on this Hear Me Out shade, but it is so crazy how tightly packed or pressed the ColourPop shadows are. Like, they give you a shit ton of product in the single shadows. Like, they take me forever to hit pan on. That's why I've only hit pan on 3 shades, but I'm just gonna take my Too Faced brush one more time. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that mustardy shade called Dijon. And I'm just going to put a little bit more of that in my crease just to make those colors a little bit more vibrant. So, the last time I worked was last night, and I don't have work again until Sunday. So, I was supposed to go out last night with one of my friends, but I was trying to get paint night tickets for this one night. But I forgot to purchase the tickets until last night. I feel like I'm very close to hitting pan on this. I'll probably hit pan on it very soon. So I wanted to go and purchase the tickets last night, and I only had to pay for her ticket because I had a voucher to use that I still haven't used yet for paint night because I accidentally purchased. Why the heck can I not find my brush again? Like, I can never find my dang brushes when I'm getting ready. And I feel like it's going to take me forever and a day to get out of the house now because I can never find my dang brushes. Oh, it's right here. So I just want to put that crease shade on real quick again that I put as my defining shade. But these actually look really good. I am getting kind of hungry. Might go grab a snack before I do my face. Alright, that actually looks really good. I'm going to put a little bit more of my lid shade on because I always feel like I lose it when I put more mattes in my crease. Right, I think that looks really good actually. So I'm going to go clean up my under eyes. I'm going to grab my foundation so we can do my face. And I'm going to grab some more water because I'm dying. So yeah, I'll be back. Alright, so I had a little snack and now I'm going to work on my face. I just didn't want to rush doing it because I'm still trying to figure out what we're doing. So I'm just going to prime my face with my NYX primer spray, which is always my first step. Ooh, that is really irritating my nose. Probably should, you know what, I was going to use this Becca primer, but I'm going to use a different primer because I know that this primer is a little bit softer on my skin. And this is usually always the primer I use. So I'm just going to go in with my Master Prime by Face Studio by Maybelline because the Becca one's very hydrating, but I feel like it has a little bit more of a lotiony texture. And this one is a little bit less lotiony. Oh, my nose hurts. Fuck. I just didn't think my nose was going to be this irritated. I'm just irritated from me blowing my nose. I really hate getting, like, sick. And it always has to be on the days where, like, I'm actually, like, I'm going to do something where I want to do my makeup. Okay. So now for foundation. I really did want to use the L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation because I haven't used that one on camera yet, but I just want to go with my tried and true Lancome because I'm not sure how my skin is going to feel with that L'Oreal foundation because it is kind of scented and that might irritate my skin a little bit more. And this one I know isn't really that heavily scented, so, and plus I haven't used it in a little while. I'm in the shade 210 Buff N. And I just really wanted to go in and use it today because it is one of my favorites ever. Obviously, it's my favorite. The L'Oreal is definitely getting up there, though. That one is a beautiful foundation as well. But I kind of wanted to use this one today to see whether or not I still love this foundation more than the L'Oreal, but it's a great foundation. You guys know I love, like, the Giorgio Armani, this one, I also think I forgot to wash my makeup sponge last night, but, you know, whatever. I mean, it does look pretty clean, so I only wore my foundation for like 3 hours yesterday. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with this guy. Oh, it's so good! Oh my god, so good. Forgot how much I love this foundation. It's just so easy to use. So I got XO Marley into this foundation. She said that she loves it. I like get everybody hooked on this foundation. I just love it. It's just so good. But the L'Oreal is great. It is a really good drugstore alternative. The L'Oreal True Match Lumi. L'Oreal makes some friggin' bomb-ass foundations. I also love the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I mean, my sponge is performing just fine, and I know that this foundation always looks good, like, basically every time I use it. Like, it even looks good on my nose right now when, like, my other foundations I've been using the past couple days have been looking really dry, and this one's just, I know it's still my favorite because it looks freaking perfect right now. Like, it's just so light, but it covers so beautifully, and I just know because it looks so good on my skin. Like, I feel like the L'Oreal would even be more heavy and more full coverage, which I didn't really want to do today because I don't feel the greatest. And it just looks amazing. It's even my boyfriend loves this foundation on me. Every time I wear it, he's like, wow, your skin looks really good. I'm like, I love this foundation so much. I know not everyone loves this foundation, but a lot of people love it, so. I was watching Young Wild and Polish's Shop My Stash lately. I was about to say Shop My Shash. That's how tired I am. But she was talking about this foundation, and she was like, nothing compares to my L'Oreal Freshwear, and she was like, I didn't really love this one, and I'm like, no, it's so good. So, but I wanted to stick with a lot of high-end today, just because I like feeling a little bit bougie sometimes when I do my makeup. So now for concealer, I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Supernatural Concealer. I actually ended up returning the Makeup Forever one in the shade Light EC01, because no matter what I did with it, like if I baked with it, if I just used it for like a no makeup makeup look, if I used it just for my makeup in general, I just did not like it. And I almost did that with this foundation too. I mean this concealer, but I really like this concealer actually when I bake. It's actually really pretty. So I decided to keep this one because I think this one does cover really nicely. And it doesn't look half as dry as the Makeup Forever one. Oh my god, why is this not blending around my nose right now? I was like, oh, this is good, and it's not blending, but it looks fine. So what I was saying about paint night before is that, so I went to go buy the tickets online yesterday, and then it turned out they weren't available anymore, and I was so mad. But sometimes if not enough people, like, buy tickets for the paint night, sometimes they take it off. Like, they take it off the website and, like, don't make it available anymore because not enough people bought tickets. So I'm actually really liking how my sponge is performing right now. Because sometimes this foundation is like, I mean, this sponge is like too wet when I wash it, and it's not like as wet now. Oh, I'm already getting sniffly again. Alright, so now I'm just going to do my under eyes. But yeah, so I told her that I couldn't get the tickets because they took it off. And then I was like, we can just do happy hour if you want. And she's like, well, I have to really buckle down on applying for jobs and stuff, and I'm going to use tomorrow as a time to do that. We can go to the movies next week if you want. And I'm just like, are you serious? But like, I really do need some time to myself to work on my paper for school, so I probably should take advantage of the time I have tomorrow now and do that, because tomorrow would be like the only day that I don't do something this break. I did try and get to have my coworker give me one of his shifts, but he never answered me back when I texted him last night, so I don't know. Okay, so it looks pretty good. Now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm going to bake with that because I haven't really been liking how the Hourglass one looks lately with baking, because I feel like I'm already running out of it, and I feel like it just doesn't bake the way that I want it to, like this one does. I mean, the Hourglass is still good, but this one, like, You get like a ton of powder on your sponge, and it bakes really nicely. This used to be like everyone's baking powder, so this is a really good powder still for baking, and I really enjoy it for that. But yeah, when I've been using the Hourglass lately, I haven't really been loving how it's been looking when I bake. Okay, so now since that's baking, I'm just going to set my face real quick with my Giorgio Armani powder. Excuse me. Because I usually do always go for the Charlotte Tilbury, but I'm really trying to use this up. So I've just been using this basically every day this week. And I really need to just use this up finally. Because it's been a goal of mine to use this up for a while, and I just haven't used it because I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury so much. I just got powder all over my dress. Alright, I'm just going to grab like the other stuff I need for my lower lash line and kind of like dump this powder over the garbage real quick while I'm baking. So give me a sec. Okay, so since I powdered my face, I am going to just spray my face a little bit so we can just not be as, I mean, I don't really feel dry right now, but I do want to spray my face a little bit just to lock that all together. And then we're going to do, I guess, mascara first. So I'm going to take this Le Base primer. Is this the primer? Yeah, by Chanel. This is like a little mini sample, so I'm just going to use this because I feel like my lashes have not looked good lately because I am so bad about curling lashes and using primer lately, and when I actually do use primer, I'm like, holy crap, my lashes look so good, so I'm going to use this today. So hopefully my lashes will look better. Because I've just been noticing, like, my lashes haven't been looking that great lately. I'm just like, maybe because I need to prime. Like, just like eyeshadow, just like your face, you have to prime your lashes too, you know? Alright, so I'm going to do for that. And then I'm going to take the coinciding mascara, which is the Chanel, the Volume Day Chanel. I haven't used this in a while, so, because I'm so hooked on the Thrive and the Lancome and the NARS. This one should be okay still. It's probably old by now, but whatever. I'm going to coat my lashes. I actually really love this mascara. And I was like, why not use a super bougie mascara today? So work was so dead last night, but I had a $500 sale. So basically I made up for like the whole weekend. I mean, I still had $500 days on Saturday and Sunday, but usually I sell like $1,000 on weekends, like every day. Like not all together, but like Saturday I'll sell 1,000 and Sunday I'll sell 1,000, but sometimes it's kind of difficult, like, because this past Saturday and Sunday were pretty dead. But I was able to get a really good sale last night, so that was nice. I was like, since I'm only working 2 days, I really need this sale. Okay, I don't know why my lashes look like super spiky though. Alright, so I think we've been baking for long enough. So I'm going to wipe that away. I kind of like pat it in a little bit too when I bake, just because, oh, that looks really good. I do kind of like to set it at the same time as I bake it. Yeah, that looks really good. Perfecto. Okay, so now for, I guess I'm gonna do the lower lash line a little bit. Even though I'm like super hella lazy to do it, and I just wanna, line my waterline, so I think I'm just gonna do that. I know, but I just don't feel like smudging again. I've been kind of like going back and forth with that lately. And I'll either be like really into it or just not. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing it, so. And I love Costa Riche so much that like it adds such a beautiful warm pop of color. Like you don't always have to add something to the lower lash line. Okay, and for the inner corners, I'm going to take a little bit of Let Me Explain by ColourPop, and then I might pop on a little bit of a sparkly shade from the Natasha Denona palette, just so we can use that a little bit more. I am trying to hit pan on this shade as well, and this is still my like go-to inner corner highlight. It's just so beautiful. It's literally like, look how stunning that is. Like it applies in like 2 seconds. It's so beautiful. And it's like really hard to hit pan on it because you barely need any product. And I feel like I have eye goo again already. I think I probably need to have another snack before I leave because I'm already getting hungry again. I'm gonna brush that away. All right, thank God we were able just to brush that away. That looks really good. Just want a little bit more on this side. I don't know. I mean, we got a huge dip in it, so I'm really trying, but okay. Just gonna use a little bit of my finger. Probably dipped like way too much, but whatever. We want a super sparkly inner corner highlight anyway. And then I'm going to take a little bit of, what shade do I want? They're just all really sparkly. I don't think I'm going to use these. I used it on my whole eyes already, so I think I'm good with that. So now we're going to move on to bronzer, blush, and highlight. Excuse me. I just kind of want to take my this brush one more time and just clean up a little bit of that transfer, because the glitter shade's transferring a little bit, but not too much. Actually looks pretty good. And I actually like a little bit of shimmer up there sometimes. I feel like I kind of messed up that a little bit. Sometimes I'll like blend out too far and it'll kind of blend out to the outer corners, but I think everything looks pretty good. Right now I'm going to grab my bronzer, blush, and highlight. Okay, so for my blush, bronzer, highlight, I'm so torn as to what bronzer and highlight I want to use. I was feeling like this is very similar to the products that I was using in like my super bougie Get Ready With Me. So I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. But I'm going to use my Anastasia bronzer in the shade Rosewood. I really wanted to use my Thrive one, but I'm just going to use this one. I love this one. And I've been using my Thrive one a ton. And I still haven't hauled that for you guys yet, so I didn't really want to use it too much on camera. So I think we're just going to be going out to dinner ourselves. So I'm just going to go pick up some stuff. And hopefully I'll be there in like, I don't know, an hour. Because I'm almost done. No, I think I am going to use the Pixie highlight. I'm so torn as to whether I want to use the Dior face palette or the Pixie, but I really want to use the Pixie highlighter, so I've just been so torn as to what highlights I want to use lately because like I feel like my Anastasia brush isn't really performing the way I want it to lately. Because when I washed it again, it like doesn't perform as well. It was like making my highlight pop in like the last couple of times I used it before I washed it. And then after I washed it, my highlight was like super crumbly. I was like, why did I wash my brush? I was so mad. Because if I don't have a super pop-in highlight, I feel like my makeup looks like crap. Like everything actually looks pretty good today, surprisingly. Like everything's like going the way I want it to. But if my highlight doesn't, I'm going to be really mad. So for my blush, what else do I use when I use super basic blush? But I'm just going to go into NARS's Madly. I actually haven't used it in a little while, and it's just my favorite blush to use for like really basic looks. And it just goes with everything. And it's just my favorite blush ever. So I've been trying out the Lime Crime blushes lately. I don't know if you guys are going to see that first impression yet. I am still trying to hit pan on this blush, but it is so hard for me to hit pan on blushes. But I don't think the Lime Crime blushes are that good. I was really expecting them to be amazing, but they're not that good. But hopefully I'll be able to haul soon. I'm just waiting for my ColourPop order to come. I am not anywhere near hitting pan on this. But I hit pan on 2 highlighters this year, and I'm so happy. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you would see that I did hit pan on 2 highlighters, and I'm so happy about it. Okay, so for my highlighter, I'm going to use the Pixie by Petra Glowy Gossamer Duo in the shade Delicate Dew. I've just been wanting to use this for days, and I just really want to use it again. So I'm going to go into that guy. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get highlight all over my... I'm just going to do it over here so we don't get it all over the place. And I'm just going to put that on. Do you see anything? Because I don't. Oh, now I see it. Okay. I'm going to try like this clean Morphe brush. And I'm going to see if it helps. I really stopped using this brush a while ago because I really did love how the Anastasia one would apply my highlight, but I think that looks pretty good. I also feel like I can never see my highlight every time I apply it in my room. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. I haven't used this brush in a long time. I just feel like my Anastasia brush is getting real crumbly, and it's just not applying the highlight the way I want it to anymore. This one's doing a pretty good job. Oh, that actually looks really pretty. Yeah, I like that. Just want a little bit more on this side. Because I have to be glowing to the gods. I freaking love the Benefit highlight, the cookie one. I've been using that so much. It applies so easily. Alright, so I'm going to spray my face again with my Milani. And then I'm just going to do my brows really quick. Ooh, that was a lot of spray. I don't want to make it run, and I feel like I got some in my mouth. Oh, that does not taste good at all. Oh, that tastes really bad. I don't think I need to blend my mattes again. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and I just want to soak that in a little bit because that's like super wet. Yeah, because I feel like my nose is running a little bit and didn't love all that spray. Shit. Dang it. It's kind of like taking off a little bit of my concealer, so I gotta go fix that. Okay, so for my lips, I was going to use the Line Crime one, but I think I'm going to use Pillow Talk. Because I'm kind of going in with a pinkier lip, like a nude pink instead of a beige. So I think I really want to wear this other lipstick. So I'm going to go in with Pillow Talk first. I just want to drink a little bit more water. I wasn't going to film today because I have so many other videos filmed already, but I haven't filmed on this spring break yet. And I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to film a Makeup and Chill Fridays or even post one this Friday because I still haven't received the ColourPop package yet to haul like the other eyeshadow palettes that I've gotten recently. But I was thinking about just filming a haul tomorrow. Alright, this is not really that sharp. And I'm like super hungry still. Alright, so for the lips, I think I'm going to go in with this guy. This is the YSL Couture Matte Stain in the shade 7. Just because I haven't worn this in a while and I just really want to wear it. It's so beautiful. And I think I actually really like this color with this look. I wanted to use my Giorgio Armani, but I use that every single time for like special occasions, and I really want to wear this one again. I was going to add a gloss, but this color actually looks a lot better than I thought it would with this look. Because you know I would usually just go in with a typical nude, but this is so pretty. Does the highlight look okay? Like it looks pretty poppin' on camera, so I guess I'm happy with it. I mean, I can see it from Mars, so I think it looks really good. Alright, so I really gotta get out of here. Even though he hasn't really told me when he wants me to come, but the nude girl in me wants to add something nude on top, but excuse me, sorry. Should I add a gloss on top? I don't know. And let me just finish applying this real quick. Oh, this color's so pretty, but I think I am going to add a gloss on top. This has been my favorite gloss lately. This is the only gloss that I've been wearing. And this is the Wet Cherry Gloss by Lime Crime, and this is the shade Cherry Crush. It's so good. I love this formula. And I think it will nude it out a little bit more. Oh, yes, girl. Oh, yes. That's definitely what I wanted. Sorry that my lips are peeling a little. I don't know why they are. That looks so gorgeous. Okay. So I'm going to go put my jewelry on and show you guys the finished look. Alright, you guys, so I got my jewelry on and brushed my hair a little bit. So this is the finished look, and I actually forgot to put bottom lash mascara on, so I did that really quick. I just put on the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. So here are the eyes, the cheeks, which the highlight looks a lot better than I thought it did. Excuse me. And the lips, which I really like how the Lime Crime gloss like nuded it out a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoy this Get Ready With Me using some older products. And I actually really love how this look turned out. I think I'm actually going to be picking up a shift tomorrow because my coworker just texted me back. So at least I get to work tomorrow night, because I did really want to work tomorrow because I only had yesterday and Sunday for this week. So I'm like, I kind of need to work one more day. So, but I did actually get my nails done yesterday with Alicia. Not yesterday, on Monday. I wanted to show you guys the color. I actually finally got a gel manicure. I haven't gotten a gel manicure in such a long time. And I got it on Monday, and it has not chipped or anything yet. And it's such a pretty color. It's like a purple, but it has like little blue and pink sparkles in it, and it's really, really pretty. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think I'm just going to go to Target now. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I love you guys. Wish me luck trying to go to sleep later. I'm feeling a little bit better now. I am going to pick up some melatonin, and hopefully that will help me. So yeah, that's it. Bye, guys. I might throw on some earrings too. So bye. Oh yeah, I forgot to say I'm wearing my dress from Urban Outfitters. It's like this really cute plaid dress. And I thought this would just be an easy, simple dress to wear out to dinner. I haven't worn it like this entire season. I don't really go out too much anymore. Me and my boyfriend don't really go out on dates. We're always like so tired from school and work that we always just like chill together. We're really like homebodies when we hang out. We always just hang out in his house and just watch movies and eat. But I did want to take him out to dinner today. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So bye.